Hello and welcome to Barehanded Gaming. Today I'm going to show you my Heng deck. If you don't know who Heng is or you haven't seen the new release for the character info, this is Heng. He senses and can ping nearby attachments, prepper stash doors, and hive entrances. When hit by mutation, there is a chance that an item will fall out of Heng's pockets. Now this is a huge point we're going to try and focus on and see if we can make him a viable meat shield, if you would. Team effects, plus 5% team accessory reuse chance. I mean, something's better than nothing, but I think that should be like 10, a little bit better than 5. And a melee weapon, hatchet. We will try and use a little bit of synergy with a free hatchet as well with this super tank hang build. And before we begin looking at the deck, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. It does help the channel a lot. And thank you so much for watching, and let's begin. So, what we're going to use for this super tank hang build is to start off the motorcycle helmet. It's going to give us plus 15% damage resistance and plus 10 health, and it disables aim down sights. Hunker down. While crouching, gain 10% damage resistance and 40% accuracy. So I put Hunker down really high up here with a motorcycle helmet to compensate for the fact that we won't be able to aim down our weapons. So crouching is going to help lower the spread if you're using a shotgun or a submachine gun. This is usually the two choices for that setup. Fresh Bandage. I feel like this is an underrated card in my opinion. At the start of each level, heal 15 trauma damage, then restore any missing health. So what that's going to do is that's going to help reduce the amount of trauma that we have to suffer through. That reduces our maximum health healing for the game. The whole idea is we're a meat shield. We're going to be running to the mutations, taking damage, and hoping that we get a good item out of Heng's pocket. Oh, oops. Let's put that back here 2 seconds. Fresh bandage. Put that there. Now, if you are playing on lower difficulty with Hang, I don't think you need fresh bandage as high up here. I usually play a Nightmare, so this deck is going to be focused on if we were using Hang in Nightmare. Let's see here. Next on the list, oh, a little more actually detail on this one too. Restore any missing health. That's fantastic. Every level, most people spend at least 100 gold to use the refill health at the store. This is going to save you 100 copper. Easy. Cross trainers, plus 20% stamina, plus 20% stamina regen, plus 3% move speed, and 5 health. We do want to practice picking our battles, being able to run in and run out, so having extra stamina and stamina regen is going to help us navigate through the battlefield. If you want to go more tanky, I guess add more health somewhere. You don't need to move, like if you just want to take the hits and survive. True Grit. When you take a single hit, 15 damage or more damage, heal for 10 health over 5 seconds. This is a fantastic card for Nightmare because practically everything does more than 15 damage a shot, minus stingers early on, I think. Let's see here. Spiky Bits. Plus 20% melee damage, plus 10% damage resistance while using a melee weapon, and plus or negative 15% ammo capacity. Now, this is a great all-around card for Heng. As we talked about earlier, he does come with a free hatchet. So walking around with a hatchet, that's going to increase your damage resistance by 10%, which is going to help you survive more mutation hits for more items to fall out. The damage, also helpful, chopping through Ridden, so that's going to be great too. Fanny Pack, plus 1 support inventory, plus 15% trauma resistance. So we want as much trauma resistance and as much damage resistance as we can get for this build to make being a meat shield as viable as possible. Being able to carry 1 support inventory, excellent as well. Carrying more first aids, bandages, pills, always great. Padded suit, plus 10% damage resistance, plus 5 health, negative 20% stamina efficiency. We're not too worried about that negative part. We do have cross trainers, so that's going to help compensate for that. Body armor, plus 20% trauma resistance. Again, the more the merrier. Safe room recovery. Your team heals 15 health, 7 trauma damage, and refills 10% ammo at the start of each level. So, if you're playing a Nightmare and you find you're taking a lot more damage, trauma damage each level, each time, I would highly recommend putting Safe Room Recovery up higher with Fresh Bandage, because then you're getting 21 trauma knocked off per safe room level, which is going to be beneficiary for more room to heal your natural health. Let's see, I think we were, oh yeah, that was just below here. Motorcycle jacket, plus 5% damage resistance, plus 5 health. Durable, plus 15% trauma resistance, plus 5 health. Life insurance, plus 1 extra life. Team effects, plus 15% reduced in-cap trauma. Or trauma. So you want the extra life and second chance with the extra life, plus 5 health, under certain conditions. One being you're playing a Nightmare because it doesn't have any extra lives, and 2, your team does not have a mom or someone that carries the card. I think it's second chance. I forget, it's a red card that gives your team an extra life. Because with Heng, again, you're a meat shield. You're going to take damage. You're not always going to be able to get out of fights to heal up or do anything else. You are going to go down eventually, probably. Let's be realistic. So these lives are going to help you survive and take more damage. I mean, the thing about Heng's pockets and damage, Joe, I'm just going to side tangent here. There's 2 different ways it could work out. If it's per hit, then taking vomit damage, hawker ping damage, stalker grab damage is almost a good thing, because it's small amounts of damage, it's repetitive, which means you'd have a better chance of dropping things. But if it's the alternative, where it's a damage cap, where it's every 5 or 10 health, then you drop something, then we would have to probably rework this entire build. But we're going to focus on the idea that Hang is per hit is the per chance that he'll drop something. So with these 2, I mean, even if you're lucky, I don't know if it'll work out. If you're on the ground taking hits by Ridden, again, you're getting more, or mutations, you're getting more chances to provide items coming out of your pockets even laying on the ground. So again, this is all theory before Hang comes out. Scar tissue, take 1 less damage from all Ridden. Mutations are always going to be followed by Ridden. It's mutations and Ridden. That's the 2 things. So providing more defense against them to survive longer for more mutation hits is going to be helpful. And we already talked about second chance. Now, if you aren't playing on Nightmare, and if you don't need the extra lives, you feel like your team's going, okay, we got someone carrying the lives, or we're on Recruit or Vet and we get free lives, I would recommend you start using just a bit little more trauma resistance. Oh, I accidentally hit caps lock. Wooden armor. A lot of people mock it. It used to be terrible because it had like 3 negative 100% resistances, but now it's just fire. Fire isn't as bad or common as it used to be, especially in Recruit. So using this is fine. Being able to reduce as much trauma resistance as you can is amazing. I think, or if you got that, if you don't still want to use that in-cap trauma, there's only 1 card that reduces it. Do not use rousing speech. This card is garbage. Removing an offensive accessories is a handicap against your team. Just never worth it, in my opinion. On the note of, we talked about falling down, putting Inspiring Sacrifice is another helpful synergy to heal your team while you're providing items out of your pockets if you can while you're on the ground. So I mean, but being a meat shield who's going to get knocked down, guaranteed eventually, this is a very helpful card. I would switch it for second chance probably, just because that's way more helpful than just sharing an extra life.
Now, something I wanted to add to the end of this deck video is in terms of survivability, and going back a step on the life insurance, and well, what used to be second chance, you can always use these two things to replenish your health for survivability as well. That would be, where is it here? Battle Lust, melee kills heal 2 health, and Face Your Fears, gain 2 temporary health whenever you kill a ridden within 2.5 meters. So what that's going to help you do is replenish the health that you lose from the mutations smacking you around without having to rely on docs healing you, or just relying on using your med kit sooner than you'd like to. So yeah, this is definitely great. If you do choose to use the Face Your Fears and Battle Lust combo, I would recommend you slap in, I think it was Numb. Type it in here. Slap in Numb as well with Face Your Fears, gain 15% trauma or 15 damage resistance while you have temporary health. So gaining those little pockets of temporary health will provide that damage resistance when the tall boys club you on the head or the exploders get you. In terms of what I would switch out, that I'll leave that up to you. I like the deck the way it is here, and talking about inspiring sacrifice, I mean, it's not just you that goes down that triggers it. Your teammates going down will trigger it as well. Cool thing too, because there's a team effect. If your whole team or squad of 4 has this, it will trigger 4 health per second, as opposed to, like, I think a 1.25. Forget the math exactly for the ratio there. You could also add defensive maneuver or bomb squad as well. The explosive resistance is great when you're dealing with any of the fat boys. They explode, they deal damage, especially the exploders themselves. Make yourself more self-sustainable is looking into healing efficiency cards. I mean, personally, I think all you would need is one EMT bag. Providing 50% increase is enough on its own.